Have you ever heard of the Pokemon Mystery Files? If you haven't, I wouldn't be surprised, because the teaser was only posted on the Japanese Pokemon channel. So if you don't know Japanese like me, this would be a weird thing to talk about. But these mystery files talk about time travel and other ancient parts of Pokemon. Today, I will be talking about these 4 files, and hopefully I can make sense of it, or if this is just pointless Pokemon history. So I found a pretty good translation on the game FAQ's website from the user Tapubulu. So now it's in English, right? I'm going to read every paragraph separately for each file and have my thoughts for it, or at least whenever I have something to say about the given sentence and or paragraph. Let's get on with the file. Time travel in Pokemon. How are Pokemon connected to the passage of time? Being able to travel across time may be one of humanity's biggest dreams. Rumors of time travelers have been a mainstay in occult circles. Will the mystery behind Pokemon in time be uncovered? Here we are asked just many unanswered questions about being able to cross time. How rumors have been just going in circles, saying how rumors are never always true. In this next part, we will be seeing 2 figures of one known as Hitomi, who believes that Pokemon are able to cross time. The second is Professor Unuki, who disagrees strongly on time travel in Pokemon. Well, it's like Hitomi believes in all this stuff, and then Professor Unuki is like the guy who doesn't want to believe in anything. He's like an atheist. The conversation started off like this. Among Pokemon, there exists those with the power to control and cross time. How stupid. If you're saying that Pokemon can travel across time, then show me a Pokemon that's come from the future. Everyone here likely knows this story. A lucky trainer who came into possession of a Celebi visited the shrine in the Johto region's Ilex forest. The trainer's surroundings suddenly changed, and they found themselves standing in a place they've never been. In that moment, the radio in the trainer's Pokegear started a broadcast from 3 years ago. One of our staff who comes from the Johto region said that this story is widely known in Johto. When it says, everyone here likely knows this story, we kinda know this story too. But as I said before, this is just a story, and this story can be completely false. The time travel Pokemon Celebi. A Pokemon said to have traveled across time from the future. It is said to only appear in peaceful times, and that if one sees a Celebi, that means that one can look forward to a bright future. It's said that in Johto region's Ilex forest, there were a Celebi and trainer that crossed time. This is pretty much a Pokedex entry that gives us more info on Celebi, which means absolutely nothing, because half of the stuff in this entry was already said in the paragraph that we talked about earlier. It was said in the story. My god, what was the point of that? Ilex Forest is a large forest near Azalea Town in Johto. There is believed to be a time-traveling god that watches over the forest, and it is said that if one desecrates the shrine in the forest, that person will be spirited away. Celebi has the power to cross time. This is even said in the Pokedex. The number of trainers to meet Celebi is extremely low, so isn't this nothing more than hearsay? This person says they caught Ho-Oh and Lugia, went to a shrine in the middle of the night, and other nonsense. It's suspect that anyone has ever even caught Celebi. There are other Pokemon who control time, such as Dialga. We're introduced to Sakuji, who pretty much says more rumors about the Ilex forest. There is a god that watches over this forest, and if you don't treat the shrine in the Ilex forest with respect, you would get spirited away. Scary stuff, right? In this conversation, they also introduced Dialga, who can control time. The extra information about Dialga is as follows. The temporal Pokemon Dialga. The legendary Pokemon said to control the flow of time. It's said that when Dialga was born, time began to move, and when its heart took its first beat, time began to flow. With full control of the flow of time, it can freely move between past and future. Dialga is said to reside on Mount Coronet in the Sinnoh region. It, together with the legendary Pokemon Palkia, who controls space, are the gods talked about in the Sinnoh region's mythology. Dialga can even use its time manipulation powers in its moves. Its move Roar of Time attacks the target with enough power to distort time. Would Professor like to try taking that attack? You might end up in the past or future. I refuse. Once again. You know, well, not once again, but the or the FU. favorite part. Anyways, among Pokemon, there truly are those who can control time, such as these. It could be said that with either of these two Pokemon that can manipulate time, or perhaps with some other Pokemon that can cross time, it wouldn't be a fantasy for someone to travel across the ages. So what does this mean? It obviously means that time travel is debatable in Pokemon and 1. But the big question is, how could this correspond in the new Ultra Sun and Moon games coming this fall? Would Solgaleo and Lunala be able to time travel, or is time travel just a key part of the storyline in general? There's no clear answer yet, but there's still 3 other files to get to, so let's do some more reading. Extraterrestrial life in Pokemon. There are a surprising number of Pokemon related to space. Since long ago, people have wondered if there exists life forms similar to humans outside the lands we live in. There has yet to be discovered any evidence on the existence of extraterrestrial life or society, but could evidence of such things exist in the shadows of Pokemon right in front of you? Now we are talking about extraterrestrial life in Pokemon, like in space. Why would this matter though? It's just Pokemon in another world, right? Or is it something more? When the subject of Pokemon who live the closest to outer space come up, my thoughts go first to Rayquaza and Minior. Both live in the ozone layer between the land and space. The sky-high Pokemon Rayquaza, a legendary Pokemon said to have flown through the ozone layer for hundreds of millions of years, feeding off of meteorites that enter the atmosphere. It's said use of the energy taken from the meteors and stored in its body to mega evolve. There exists legend in the Hoenn region of Rayquaza stopping the battle between Groudon and Kyogre. The meteor Pokemon Minior, a Pokemon both from mutated nanoparticles in the ozone layer. Originally living in the ozone layer, falls to the surface after its shell grows heavy. It lives off of particles in the air, the contents of which determine the color of its body. Even if both of these Pokemon live in the ozone layer, that doesn't mean they're in outer space. There are other Pokemon with some connection to space, such as Clefairy. I once went to the Kanto region a long while ago to see the Clefairy dance on Mount Moon. It was a very mystifying sight. The fairy Pokemon Clefairy. Since long ago, Clefairy have been observed together and dance on night when the moon is full, and that's an unusual magnetic field surrounds the area when this occurs. Additionally, Clefairy evolve into Clefable through the use of a moonstone, and wild Clefairy have been found holding such stones. Because of this, many people believe that Clefairy have some connection to the moon. Could the moonstones hold some sort of cosmic power in them? But there's been no reports of sightings of Clefairy or Clefable in the moon, and it's still unclear if moonstones are truly stones fallen from the moon. To stop this occult talk from spreading, we need to analyze Clefairy's biology and the stone's makeup someday. It seems you won't accept that any Pokemon say, so then how will you feel about Deoxys? The DNA Pokemon Deoxys, a mythical Pokemon that mutated from a virus on a meteor from space. It has high intelligence and control over psychic powers. It's said that the crystal structure in its chest is its brain, and it's been seen to shoot lasers from it. It can change between 4 specialized forms. How's that? If even a virus can become a Pokemon, who knows what other Pokemon could be out there in the galaxy? Even if there were Pokemon who live out in space, none would have the intelligence to start a civilization. There is a Pokemon set to come from a crashed UFO. I'm starting to think this is useless information, because I don't see any way this could correspond with the new games. We all know by now that the Ultra Beasts come from a different place entirely. The cerebral Pokemon Elgium, a Pokemon rumored to have come a UFO that crash landed in the desert 50 years ago. No one had ever seen the Pokemon before then. It uses its psychic power to put pressure on the target's brain, causing a headache. I have a couple friends that swear they've seen a UFO crash out in the desert. There just might be Pokemon that can build UFOs. That's ridiculous! Besides, there are many reports of people misidentifying Pokemon as UFOs. Remember that Elgium episode in the Pokemon anime? There were Elgium in that UFO. They tried to take over and all that. Ash and Co had to save the world. Yeah, that episode. I rest my case. The rest of this is pretty much more useless information. I've bored you with the first 2 files, so I'm just gonna give summaries for the last 2 since they're longer than the others. Onwards to the next file. Parallel worlds in Pokemon. What this file is talking about is different worlds from, example, the Distortion world, where we have Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Once again, Professor Inuki does not believe in this nonsense because he apparently believes in nothing at all. Anyways, all these topics could be put into the Ultra Sun and Moon storyline. But how? Also, maybe this shows what the new forms will be about. It could, but we can't be certain with only the mystery file. File 4 pretty much contains evidence that ancient ruins exist. We all know this. There is a whole list of ancient ruins in the files. It's nothing to hide. But nothing mind-blowing as well. How stuff in ancient ruins are old and language are hard to make out and is very confusing. What could all these mean? We have never gotten an explanation on why in the new Ultra Sun and Moon games, Solgaleo and Lunala are what looks like forged with another Pokemon, just like with a Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Maybe these mysterious Pokemon are from a different world, time, and are found in a hidden ancient ruin nobody knows. Even though that's all they talked about in the files, it could mean something so simple. Are the new legendaries aliens? It brings up many questions that can't be answered just yet. Next week I'm gonna go into more detail about this topic for now, but I'm gonna leave these questions unanswered. More information about this was posted on Monday, but this script was written and recorded on Sunday, so I can't talk about it just yet. Thank you guys so much for watching this video though. If you guys did enjoy, please consider hitting that like button because that's always super appreciated. If you guys have any thoughts about the mystery files, it's very mysterious, please put something in the comment section, because the comment section is actually pretty cool. You know, you can tell me what you guys think and what you guys think about all this mystery file shit, if anything can correspond to it. Anyways, share this video out to your friends because cool people deserve to watch my videos. And hit subscribe and hit the notification bell because YouTube's sub box will be forever broken. Anyways, talk to you guys later. See ya!